I see fields of green, red roses too. Yada bagoo, goo goo. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
TikTok has just ruined my brain, because when I hear that song, I can only think of the TikTok sound.
There's a TikTok sound
It's
associated with that?
When I think to myself, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one.
I'm anticipating, because Forrest has been singing this all day.
All day.
And every single time I anticipate him to say what the fuck.
You think it was annoying listening to me sing that in the opening of this podcast? Just imagine what Alyssa goes through all day long.
I don't think it's annoying. I'm just
and I think to myself,
I'm just, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck? Yeah, how does that guy, what's his name? Who sings that song, babe?
I don't know.
Louis Armstrong. What's his deal? How does he get his voice to sound like that? How does he get his voice to sound like that? It's almost like a Scooby-Doo, like a old Scooby-Doo. Come on, Reggie. Let's go get some Scooby snack.
When we're in the basement, I always feel like I hear Luna crying, but then I check the baby monitor and she's fine. She's just soundly asleep.
Probably just a ghost.
Don't say that.
A ghostly apparition. Woo-hoo.
I hear that when I'm in the shower too. Just any time where I'm not in the same room as Luna and I can't see her, or she's asleep and I'm doing something else, I just hear baby cries, and I freak out and check the baby monitor, and it's all fine.
Pretty soon it'll be double trouble around here.
Oh man.
3 more months.
3 more months, yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly can't believe I have 3 more months to go, just because I feel so pregnant right now. I forgot about this part from when I was pregnant with Luna. I forgot about how pregnant you feel.
She's looking pretty dense, guys. I know you can't see her right now, but she's looking thick.
I am looking thick. Not just in my belly. I feel my face.
No, it's pretty much all consolidated down in the stomach region.
Well, yeah, obviously that's the biggest part of it.
You're still a tiny girl overall. You just got this big balloon attached to you.
I can't wear my wedding ring anymore. I had to take it off.
Yep.
Because my fingers got all chubby.
You wanted to talk to the guy at the Starbucks, the hot barista.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want him to know that I'm married.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the pregnant belly might, give something away that.
Could have been IVF.
Yeah, it could have been.
Isn't that what it's called? IVF?
Yeah, but who wants to just move on in on a pregnant girl?
What does it stand for? Intravenous fuck?
Intrauteral.
Intrauteral?
Hold on, let me look it up. I know what it stands for. I'm just
IVF.
It's intrauteral fertilization or something like that.
How you like your eggs? Fried or fertilized? Oh, what do you think? What do you think about Louis Armstrong, babe? He's looking really happy on this cover.
No. I was
How'd he
totally
get so
wrong.
happy like that?
I'm a dumbass. It's in vitro fertilization.
Oh. IVF.
IVF.
Intro what?
In vitro.
Oh, in vitro.
Fertilization.
We should try that next time.
No, definitely not.
Isn't that just where they put the cum in separate from having sex?
No.
A guy jacks off into a cup and then they squirt it into their pussy?
No, it's a really intense process.
Oh, they extract an egg?
Yeah, the woman has to take medication, hormones.
Yeah.
To make her produce more eggs.
Just drops a bunch at once.
Yeah, and then they go in and collect them.
Then they outside of the womb, outside of the woman's body, they fertilize the egg.
Yeah.
And they put it back in.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And that's how like twins happen a lot.
I don't know about. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
I don't know, because like I know when maybe I'm thinking that other thing when like women are like older and they want to have kids and they go in for that thing where like helps them get kids faster or better.
Yeah, if you take
that called?
fertility drugs that kind of like make you ovulate,
Fertility drugs
or whatever,
yeah,
it's more likely that you're gonna have twins or triplets.
You're dropping a bunch of eggs at once.
Yeah. And then
I feel like an alien creature, like some sort of like alien spawn, just dropping eggs. You ever feel like an alien when you're growing that thing?
No, I don't feel like an alien. I feel like I hear a lot of people say that about like, oh, like being pregnant is so weird. I feel like there's like an alien in my belly, or like
You've just never seen the movie Aliens.
When the baby moves, like, oh, like, there's an alien in my belly. I'm just kind of like, what are you guys talking about?
You got to see that movie by James Cameron. It's like
no,
one of his best
I know
movies.
what happens. Like I get.
She
like
fights the alien queen, Ripley.
The movie.
It's all about motherhood.
Correlation or whatever.
I think you'd like it if you gave it a chance. Like I know it's not really like your vibe. So it's like sci-fi, but like it's all about like the themes are like motherhood and like protection and like it's like intense. Like it's like a strong kick-ass
yeah
vibe.
I would definitely watch that, but
it's freaky.
I don't know if people are like, is that what people are kind of like comparing
I think
it to?
that's like that's like the thing that like in a cultural sense it made a big impact.
Okay.
Yeah,
because I just feel like it's so weird. Like I always just took it like, I don't know, I just didn't think about it from like that perspective. I'm just like, what are you guys talking about, like an alien? Like
yeah, it's like a pretty traumatizing movie. Yeah. Yeah, there's like the alien queen, she like lays all these crazy eggs everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like the face huggers come out of the eggs. Mm-hmm. They burst out of the eggs and like they need a human host to inject. It's a weird life cycle, but they basically burst out of the eggs and they're like these spider creatures and they attach onto your face and they pump like more eggs down your throat. And those are the eggs that fertilize in your stomach, and they burst out of your stomach and kill you.
Well, pregnancy is nothing like that.
That's like their first meal. You're like their first meal or something. I don't know.
Normal human pregnancy is very chill in comparison
to
that.
Yeah.
So no, I don't feel.
I don't know why exactly they can't just burst out of the eggs. Why they need to burst out of the eggs and then implant and then burst out again.
Maybe to add to the drama.
I think they get something from the native species, like or something. I could be wrong, but they might like say they go to another planet and they infect the native species and they're able to like gain attributes from that species to like live on that planet by like using them as a host. I think maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, we should watch that movie, catch up on our alienness. But yeah, I mean, we're probably like pretty freaky to like aliens. If they encountered us, they would think we're aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'd be like, "Whoa, you guys do what?
What?
You give birth? Like,
what?
we just like asexually reproduce."
Yeah, it'd be something completely like crazy that we can't even think about yet.
Yeah. Or like there might be like fish people. They just like leave their eggs somewhere.
I just
and the man
finished
comes around and jacks off on them.
I finished this book about like evolution, and they kind of made like a bold claim about alien life, and they were like, the authors said that they think that if there were aliens, like complex, like smart, intelligent aliens, like on like, our level of intelligence or above,
right,
that they think they would for sure sleep. Because sleep is like so important to human development and human, like, everything, or like, just being like intelligent or whatever.
They need their nap time.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's like they could be completely crazy in like a bunch of other ways.
What animals don't sleep? Do insects sleep?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
I really don't know much about this at all.
Yeah.
All I really know is Lego and Batman and like Harry Potter. I really don't know much beyond that.
That's a good mix.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a good mix of stuff. Yeah, I know musicals. Like I know lots of lyrics to lots of different musicals that are out there. That might come in handy. Like if an alien species invades, like I could become like their court jester, just singing like show tunes and stuff. Like that's how I keep my family alive.
Yeah.
You know, entertain us. You know. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. You know, one of those. Do a jig.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'd go for that.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else would be done. Everyone else would just get killed right off. So you're pregnant.
Pregnant.
You're not feeling like an alien, but you are feeling like just like a birth pod. Like a
I don't. Yeah,
like an incubator.
Yeah, I've just been feeling really like heavy.
Your body's not your own anymore.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I'm sharing it with the boy.
Yeah. It's sucking all your life force out of you, the pregnancy.
I wouldn't say that. I feel good.
Yeah.
But I'm just really like it's just getting to the point where I feel like I'm carrying like a big like watermelon like on the front of my body all the time, and I'm not even that pregnant. Like I'm 25 weeks, so I still have like 2 more weeks of my second trimester, and then I'm in my third trimester. And I have like at least like 3 months left to go, so
It'll be gone in a flash.
yeah, and then he'll be here, and then I'll be in postpartum, which is a whole nother thing.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how like Luna reacts to the new baby.
I know.
We got her a doll that's like roughly the size of a newborn, and she's been taking care of it.
Mm-hmm.
Been teaching her how to be gentle. To some effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. We taught her how to like rock the baby.
Yeah, she gives the baby kisses and rocks the baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just have to like, teach her to be gentle with her little brother.
How's Luna doing? Like what's her story? Like how's she been today?
Luna has been walking a lot. She's like an incredible walker these days. She just walks all the time. It's almost weird because like it was one day she was like mostly crawling, like a little bit of walking here and there, but still crawling. And then the next day, like she just doesn't crawl anymore, like ever.
Yeah, she went like over the course of a week. She pretty much went from like barely walking at all to like being pretty good at it.
Yeah.
It was fast.
Uh-huh. She has taken a few tumbles. Like she has fallen a couple times. But like not that much. Like not more. Like I was expecting it to be kind of like a longer process of her kind of like falling very often and stuff.
Yeah.
But she only really took like one like really bad fall. And that was like it basically.
When was that?
That was like that day that she fell and hit her face like on the table.
When my parents were over?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like the worst one I'd ever seen.
Yeah, it was really sad. It hit
worried.
like right below her nose.
Was she even walking though? She was kind of just like standing at the table and just like slipped.
She was walking.
Okay.
She was like walking toward the table and just kind of like fumbled.
Yeah,
and,
tripped
like,
over herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really lucky, like the placement of her fall, like where her face landed on the table, was like right under her nose. I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, like my baby has a broken nose, like because she like cried really loud and like was really upset.
Yeah.
And then she had like a mark, like a red mark, like right under her nose.
Right.
And that went away, and I think, yeah, she's fine. But yeah, that was like the only thing I was kind of expecting. That was like, I feel like one of the first days that she was like walking a lot, or like exclusively walking or whatever.
Right.
And then, yeah, so yeah, she's been walking. She eats a lot of food. She's still nursing, but she mostly eats. Boob milk doesn't like satisfy her hunger anymore. It's just for kind of like an extra like nutrient extra nutrients and for like comfort and stuff.
She ate a lot of eggs today.
Yeah, that was a new thing. She usually doesn't like eggs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you've gotten really good at cooking them. What's your special egg recipe for the viewers listening?
Okay, it's literally just butter. Listen, I put butter in a pan.
A little bit of butter.
Irish, like the Kerrygold.
Yeah.
Like Irish, like grass-fed butter. And then I just put the eggs in the pan. Scrambled eggs in the pan on low heat.
Do you preheat the pan, or do you just?
Yeah, very like, no, not really. Like,
okay.
Very lightly. Like it's all on like light heat.
Liz has been investing a lot of time recently in the kitchen, and she's making big improvements in her repertoire of things she can cook for us.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
Yeah. It's
been really necessary since we're like not ordering food.
Yeah, we made a concerted effort to not place any online orders and just buy food at the store and then cook it.
We're also trying to be really healthy. So even when we go to the store, that like cuts out like 90% of like our options like at the store. Yeah,
we're shopping like all like
we're trying to be organic
and preservative free.
Yeah.
And just like really like simple stuff.
Yeah, like no seed
very
oils.
Very few ingredients.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the less ingredients in each item, the better.
Yeah.
Like ideally, there's like just one ingredient, and it's like that's the thing it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because like lots of products, it's like, I'm trying to think of like a mid-tier healthy product, but just for example, like Pop-Tarts, like obviously that's super unhealthy, but that's got like 50 billion ingredients in it.
Yeah. And it's
like if you want to get something natural like a Pop-Tart that's natural, it would just be like strawberries and like bread,
Yeah, and even bread, like, because it's like I was buying this bread that, I was kind of thinking like, oh, like this is healthy-ish bread, like it's still bread, but it's like whole grain, has like nuts and seeds, like it's organic, like it's probably fine. But then I like look at the ingredients and there's like 30 things, and it's just kind of like, is that really necessary for just like bread? Like probably not.
Dumb.
So yeah, now we don't buy even like bread anymore.
Good.
But I've been making Luna and myself. Good. Well, I've been making everybody, but they're mostly for Luna, like quote pancakes and like quote muffins. But it's made like the whole ingredients is literally just like oats, like oatmeal, eggs. Today I made some without banana, but you can like use banana.
Yeah, I like when you put the banana in there.
Yeah, it kind of makes like banana bread or like banana.
I've been eating bananas like a fucking monkey recently.
Yeah, bananas
like King Kong.
But yeah, my kind of like original thing was like 1 cup of oats, 1 like ripe banana, 1 egg,
shit,
some coconut oil, cinnamon and salt and honey.
Nice. Yeah.
If you don't have like a ripe banana on hand, you could just put like 2 eggs.
When we move to the country eventually, are you going to harvest your own or raise your own bee colony?
I was like, I'm not gonna raise my own bee colony, but like if our kids have like an interest in doing that.
Yeah, like,
I don't know.
The bees know you,
kind of sketchy,
if they know you, you don't even have to wear protection. You can just go out there and they're just chill with you. They don't even sting.
Another book I just finished was like a book about homeschooling, and that was like one of like someone's like who homeschools her kids, like her son just became like really into bees or whatever.
Were you ever did you ever get like an ant colony when you were a kid?
No.
Stuff was freaky.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Yeah.
Like bugs and stuff. I've never been into bugs. I've like always hated bugs.
I had friends who like had one and stuff, and it was gross. I was like, this is disgusting.
No, yeah.
I literally couldn't again.
Even like when we were in like school, like doing like science or whatever, and like there'd be like bugs in like a textbook.
Yeah.
Like I literally wouldn't even want to be open on that page.
Right.
Like I was like really like.
It's so weird. I didn't turn out gay because like. I mean, I'm like, I turned out like half gay, I suppose, but You really thought from my childhood I'd just be like a full on homosexual, because like while other kids like my age, other boys were playing with like bugs and whacking each other with sticks, I was more into like tap dancing and shit like that. Like I literally took tap dancing lessons.
Yeah, you're very like artistic.
Yeah, I'm very like he's artistic. Yeah. that's a nice way of putting it. Yeah, thanks, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, back when I was growing up, we used to go, I was homeschooled, and every Wednesday we would go to the park day, and meet up with a bunch of other homeschool families. And this one family, they had 2 sons, and they would always bring like these like PVC pipes covered in like foam and duct tape, and they would just like LARP the entire time and beat the shit out. Like they would beat the fuck out of each other. Like people would come away with like bruises and stuff.
Oh my God.
And I got in there, I got my licks in a few times, but like after a while it was just like every time, like do we have to fucking like battle each other like every single park day? Like can we like do something? Can we like pick some flowers or like talk about our emotions and do we need to like, I don't know. Yeah, I just got kind of old after a while. But there's little taste, little sampling for every type of person there, which is cool.
Yeah, one day we were at the park with Luna and we saw like a group of like adults like LARPing.
Yeah, a bunch
or, like,
of nerds. Yeah,
older people, and I was kind of like, well, at least they're like outside and like enjoying like the fresh air and like sunshine and like interacting with real life humans, like other people.
Right. Yeah,
because
they were like
that seems like a
doing their
better
thing.
alternative than just like being in like your basement like playing video games or something.
They kind of pissed me off a little bit because like they were like screaming at the top of their lungs, and it's like I'm trying to like just like walk my daughter around the park. I'm not really into like the aggro shit, and you can tell they're like D&D like comic book like nerds. Like they got like big stomachs, and they got like long greasy hair, and they're obviously kind of like basement dwelling types.
But they came out.
But you're right, babe. Like they came out, they made an effort to get out in the sun, and they gotta let a little aggression out, and I get it. So I won't begrudge them that. Even though maybe they could keep it down a little bit because like we have children here.
Yeah, I feel like I've become such like a Karen. Like
I've always been like that though, even before I had kids.
Ever
It's
since
like shut up,
Luna. Like if I see somebody, we could be like outside, like at a park, or like I'll be like taking Luna on a walk, and like someone is like smoking a cigarette, and I smell it.
Yeah,
I'm like, ugh. Like it like immediately like pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I would never like smoke cigarettes like in a public park or anything. Like even back when I used to smoke cigarettes, like I would like smoke them on like dirty street corners and stuff, or like in an alleyway.
I feel like I always see like women like smoking cigarettes like at parks and stuff. Like I don't know, it's like
that's weird.
Or like on like walks, like they're like walking their dog and they're just like, don't you want to like enjoy like the fresh air?
Right.
Like
well, I mean, that urge for that cig is strong.
Smoking like smoking cigarettes or like in public or whatever like pisses me off because it's kind of like it would be like if eating a donut next to somebody like somehow like the donut got into their stomach too, like what I mean.
Yeah, no, I kind of like like
because
enjoy
like
the
you
smell
can
of cigarettes,
smell it,
but
like
I don't like the idea of the secondhand smoke affecting Luna.
Yeah, I just feel like if
I
you
don't
can
mind
smell it, like you're inhaling it, like it's like getting into your lungs, like somehow, like even though it's secondhand.
And then it just reminds me of what I'm missing out on. It's like fuck, like I wish I was smoking that cigarette right now. But
I'm proud of you for quitting smoking.
It's just not good for you.
Yeah,
it's not
horrible.
a healthy habit.
Yeah,
it's not. It sucks too because like then you're always like looking forward to the next one, so you're never really like in the moment. And it's the same with people who have like food addictions too. It's like they're always thinking about their next meal.
Yeah.
And it's like for me, like now it's like how long can I go without a meal? Like how like what can I deprive myself of? Like how much control do I really have over like my surroundings? Like whereas I feel like you used to be like I was such a slave to like these types of things like getting candy or getting like a slushie or getting you get some sort of like sugar rush or Red Bull or like cigarette or weed. And now it's like I don't do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
And all I have left is like pretty much my work and my family. And like those are honestly enough. And yeah, I just keep myself preoccupied.
Yeah.
I don't let myself get bored to the point where like I'm like really thinking about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, definitely having a family and like being sober gives you a really, really clear head, so you're able to just kind of focus.
Yeah, I kind of feel like my like fun activity that I do like without Luna is just like hang out with you and like you know, like have, you know, mom and dad time.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, definitely like that. Yes, you can never have enough sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like always the best type of like thrill.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously like hanging out with other people is fun too.
Yeah,
like
right.
When
I love it when
other people come over, and like especially when like Mason and Mackenzie come over and bring their daughter.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah.
So and seeing like Luna play with another kid is really fun. But yeah, so that's kind of it's basically just like family and like, you know, like connection and other people and stuff like that.
Right. When was the last time you had a good cry?
Ooh. I cried yesterday when we were at the mall because we let Luna play in like the little kids section, like the kid kind of like area of the mall.
Yeah, they kind of have like a foamy like toddler like playpen area that's like rather large. It's like in between the stores, like.
You know what we're talking about. Like, you've probably seen something like that.
Yeah.
And we let Luna play in it because we were like, oh, like, she's walking, she's big enough. And she just looked, like, so big. She looked, like, so grown up.
She was going off on her own and like, doing, like, little explorations.
I'm gonna cry right now thinking about it. But
and she was, like, making friends and stuff.
Yeah, there was, like, another little girl there, and they were kind of, like, looking at each other. But, yeah, at first, when we first walked in, she, like, wanted to hold my hand, like, and was, like, kind of, like, dragging me around. Or I was, like, following her, you know, like, while she wanted me to, like, you know, come with her while she, like, explored this, like, place or whatever. But, like, I kind of just, like, took my hand away and, like, sat down and just, like, and she kind of, like, looked at me and she just, like, but then, like, turned back and, like, kept, like, walking around and, like, exploring by herself. And, like, I don't know. It's just, like, oh, she's, like, so big now.
Yeah, it was really sweet. Yeah, we just got to kind of, like, sit down, like, on the bench or whatever and just, like, watch her play, and we, like, enjoyed our Starbucks drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely like Germ City, like Germ Factory there, but
that's like
you kind of just got to embrace those things.
Yeah, that's kind of another reason why I still am like letting her like breastfeed and stuff, and like I'm not like forcing her off the boob. It's because like it has really good like immune system support.
Yeah, and she's got to get exposed to like germs and stuff at some point.
So I feel like that gives me kind of peace of mind that, you know, she's like that's helping her some, or like
if she very rarely gets sick.
Yeah,
she I thought she would be sick more often, but I think the breast milk really helps. Yeah, I think kids who are like formula fed get sick way more often.
Yeah, definitely.
The natural breast milk is the best.
Yeah, she's only been sick like twice in her whole life, and she'll be like 17 months old pretty soon.
Yeah,
and the sickness has only lasted like.
You said 17 months old?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
In like 5 days.
I thought she was more like 15 months or 16 months.
Well, she is 16 months, like right now.
Right now, yeah.
But in like 5 days, she'll be 17 months.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting so big.
She's getting big.
But yeah, when she does get sick, it's like really brief. Like her worst sickness, she was sick for like maybe like 12 hours. Like it'll just be like a day of just kind of like nursing and like holding her.
She said papa for the first time.
Yeah, that was really sweet.
In like reference to me. She like looked at me and was calling me papa and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was like, "Where's papa?" Like, and she was looking at me. She was like had her back to Forrest, and like when I said like, "Where's papa?" she like turned and looked at him. she knew that that's Papa,
I spend like most of my day like downstairs, like in the studio, like working on building Legos or like editing, or well, usually if I'm editing, I can come upstairs and hang out with you guys because I have my laptop. But mostly today I was building and cleaning up the studio because I just finished up the Scooby-Doo production, and I'm kind of getting other productions ready to go. And I organized like all my tan brick and separated it into various different compartments, so that's going to be a huge help. But yeah, it's like I spend most of my day down here, and then I like come up periodically to like pee, and then like I usually spend like a few minutes hanging out, when I do that. And she's always so excited to see me, and like, it kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Like I'm like, I wish I could spend more time with her, But you've got it covered. You guys have fun together.
Yeah, I kind of think that that's like a fun, like child, like father kind of like dynamic because like they're with their mom like all day, so if you're like a stay-at-home mom.
She's so excited to see me whenever I come up.
Yeah, so it's
crazy.
Like, she kind of just expects me to always be there.
Yeah.
But like when you show up, it's like, oh my gosh, like Papa, like you know what
she's
I
like
mean?
She like wants to show me like what she's doing, or like wants to like play with me. So yeah, we like play together for a little bit. Then I go back downstairs and work for a couple more hours. I'm working on building Dumbledore's office right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I'm doing a scene that takes place in the Chamber of Secrets with Tom Riddle. And it was going to just be like a short TikTok, but then I recorded the audio, and I got Keshin to play Tom Voldemort, and he sent me his audio. Then I cut it together with the music, the John Williams score, and it ended up being like 40 seconds, which is like longer than I thought it was going to be. I thought the joke would play out in like 20 seconds, but it actually is pretty long. So now I'm thinking like, I don't want to just animate that. It'll take too much work to animate a 40-second TikTok. Like, I feel like this should be like a main channel upload. But it can't just be 40 seconds. It's got to be like at least a minute. So I've got to like pad it out. But I had this other idea with Dumbledore for a different TikTok, and I think I'm just going to merge the two together.
Yeah.
And it's actually convenient because like the scene that it's based on, it takes place right after the scene in the Chamber of Secrets when he confronts Tom Riddle. So I think it'll work pretty well. So I sent the lines over to the voice actor today. The guy who voiced Gandalf in my Hobbit videos, he said he'd be willing to do Richard Harris Dumbledore. That's the one before Michael Gambon. He's like the original Dumbledore who was in the first two movies. He's got a much like it's a much different performance than the Michael Gambon one. Who's your favorite Dumbledore?
I guess like the new one.
Yeah, he's got like a lot more like flamboyancy.
More like spunky, and like he has like more like vitality. I feel like he's like an old man, but he's like, he's very much like alive.
Yeah, he really is. Like, he's got like a lot of personality and character.
Yeah, the first Dumbledore, like he was cool or whatever, but yeah, he was kind of like a sleepy grandpa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right, you couldn't really see him like throwing down with Voldemort. Or
like
whatever.
I love like the Dumbledore scene in like the 5th movie, I think. Or was it the 5th?
Yeah, the 5th one where he fights Voldemort.
Yeah, that's like insane.
And in the Ministry of Magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a great scene.
I've always heard kind of like questionable things about Dumbledore. Like people would say, have like different opinions about him. Like they would be like, why is like Dumbledore just kind of like letting like children like do this like really like horrible, like difficult, like traumatic thing or whatever, like, you know what I mean? Like
there's like a lot of plot holes in the books.
Yeah.
If you don't, people who overthink it too much, I don't know, like don't overthink it too much because there are a lot of like issues. Yeah,
like they were like, like just Dumbledore always was leaving just kind of hairy like little hints or clues. It's just like, why don't you just like do it like for him? Basically,
I think a big reason was like he didn't want to clue Harry in too much into what was going on because like he was worried that like Voldemort would see like through Harry because Voldemort and him their minds were like linked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he was trying to keep Harry like in the dark. A bit. I think that's kind of the vibe I get from reading the books. But yeah, I don't know how much of that was like decided on later on when she came up with the Horcruxes
I
and
just
everything.
feel like if I were gonna be an author and write like 7 books, or like if I was like a TV like screenwriter or like anything like that, I would not like release anything until I had everything like sorted out, like the beginning to the end of the story. Like, you know what I mean? Because like I would not want there to be any like plot holes or like any kind of like
Yeah, but that's like
confusion.
too much work. You got to just start.
I mean, you could start, but then like just
It'll
wait
just never get
until
done. You got
it got done.
yeah,
It got done.
because the first one was such a success. Like she wouldn't have had the time to like write all of it and stuff if she hadn't been releasing them. Like she would have had to like work jobs and stuff.
Yeah,
Like minimum
I
wage
guess I don't
jobs.
know. Like,
You have to like release the books as they come out. Like that's how everybody does it. People don't just like write 7 books.
okay, well
and then
maybe
release
not
them
like
all
the
at once.
entire book, but like just like a general kind of like outline or idea, like because
Yeah.
like that's just really like what makes like a story really good or whatever. I feel like if it's like if the ending is like incredibly like satisfying and kind of like harkens back to the beginning, like if that
Yeah.
makes sense, like you know what I mean, and like it comes full circle.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like that's what makes like stories really like compelling and really like emotional and stuff.
Right. Yeah, setting it up and paying it off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Definitely. Yeah, and I think she did a lot of that like stuff like retroactively. Like she kind of pinpoint moments in her previous books and developed them like further later on to like kind of tie it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think she did a really good job with everything. Yeah, I've been watching the Harry Potter movies again today. They're really emotional.
Yeah.
The first one is like a good setup movie, but I actually started just with the second one because I'm doing this scene I'm recreating a scene from the second movie. So I started with the second one, and I just finished the third one today. And yeah, it's like a 1-2 punch. Like those are like really emotional scenes. Like it's particularly towards the end. Like when Hagrid comes back from like Azkaban at the end of the second one, like they think he's like the one who like released the monster. So they're like, yeah, Hagrid, we're going to have to throw you in fucking Azkaban. Like no trial, like, just because you're shifty, basically. And he basically, proves that it was Tom Riddle's diary and Ginny who was, possessed the whole time. So Hagrid's released and he comes back and everyone's like cheering and stuff. And Harry's just like, it's not Hogwarts without you, Hagrid. And I'm like, literally tearing up. I'm like, oh my God, this is so sweet. Like he's so like, I feel like yeah, like these movies just get better and better like every time I see them. Because like the more nostalgic I am, like I'm like every line is just like packed full of emotion.
I know. I love Harry Potter.
It's like, dude, like that's such a sweet thing to say, Harry. Like you're so nice. And then yeah, at the end of the third one, there's like this really like emotional scene like after they free fucking Sirius Black from prison, and like he has to go on the lam, and he's like, but like people won't know you're innocent, and he's like, I'm innocent, like that's what matters right now, and he's like, just remember, like, the people who are gone, like they never really leave you, like they're always like right here, like in your heart. And I'm like, oh my God, like it's so true.
Yeah.
Like that's so emotionally like profound, like simple yet like totally like relatable and like real.
Yeah.
And like Gary Oldman is acting like he's not even in the movie that long, but he acts the pants off those scenes. Gary Oldman's just like a class act, dude. I love. You see Gary Oldman? You playing like Winston Churchill in that movie, The Darkest Hour?
No.
It's a good ass movie.
We should just watch that.
He kills it.
Yeah, Harry Potter like deals with like a lot of like really big, like emotional, like heavy topics.
Yeah.
Like
It's brutal.
This kind of like, and I kind of like how it gets more mature as the movies go on and like the characters get more mature.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't just kind of stay in the same like emotional depth.
Right.
Like it gets like heavier and heavier. And yeah, like it deals a lot with like loss and like grief and yeah, but also like joy and like love. It's like really crazy.
It's so sick, dude. Yeah, I wish like the newer movies were like good like that. I just don't connect to those new movies at all.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that The Secrets of Dumbledore is like slightly better, so maybe I'll check that one out. I don't even think I saw the one before that. I saw Fantastic Beasts, and I didn't really like it that much. And then I don't think I even saw The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah.
I like watched a review of it and like read a synopsis, and it like sounds really terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did try to watch it. I watched like the first like half of it, and I just like gave up because I was like, I just don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently like the secrets of Dumbledore, like what more secrets does he have? Like we already know he's gay.
That's the biggest secret.
Like the big secret is that he's actually straight. What? That'd be crazy. What a twist, dude. Yeah, Jude Law, he's like fucking bitches. What? Dumbledore, you're supposed to be a gay icon. That's a secret. He doesn't want you to know.
Oh my god, it was like sad when like Alan Rickman died, like in real life.
Yeah, he wasn't even that old.
Yeah, I remember I was like in
Probably smoked a lot. Probably smoker.
And like I think I had to go to school. I was like at school or something, and like one of my friends was like talking about it. I was just like, what?
Alan Rickman turned to page 392.
And then like, yeah, Snape's whole deal was crazy. Yeah, there was like, yeah, a lot of, that was another character that people were kind of like didn't like or had like really strong feelings about. Because like, yeah, he's like a horrible guy, but he also kind of
he's not that bad.
This like kind of like redemption arc.
He's straight in my book.
Like, yeah, he was just going through. I mean, he was like, no, he was bad. Like, he was really fucked up and like mean and like cruel.
But he was there when it really counted.
Yeah, he kind of like. Yeah, like they like redeemed him. It's kind of
really
like Kylo
right
Ren. Like he was kind of like the Kylo Ren of like Harry Potter.
If they remake Harry Potter, I think Adam Driver should play
definitely.
Snape. That would be sick.
That would be like kind of more accurate to how old like they are.
Yeah,
to be.
Everyone's so old in the movies.
Because in the books, like Harry's parents were only like 20 when they had him.
That's like us, like right now.
Yeah, so everyone,
or even younger than me.
Yeah, even younger than us.
But yeah, when Harry has visions of them or sees them in the Mirror of Erised or whatever, they're like in their 40s.
Yeah, but it's like they really would look like young people, like really young, like 20 years old.
Yeah,
and
very young.
Like so Snape was only like 20 years older than Harry, so it's like, you know, in the first movie when he's like 11, Snape would have been like 31. And so like
that's crazy.
By the last
definitely
movie,
not 31 in that movie.
But yeah, by the last movie, like when, you know, he dies, like by the last book, like 7 years later, he would have died when he was 37. And so it's like,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so Adam Driver would have been a more like accurate, like looking. I don't know how old Adam Driver is.
Yeah, well, not back when they made the movies. He would have been.
Well,
like,
yeah, but
in
nowadays.
But now, yeah. I don't know if like they should remake them, but because I feel like they did such a good job with the movies.
Yeah, maybe they'll remake them like in a long time.
Yeah, I can't imagine them like, maybe it could be like a Netflix series and they could go expand on.
That would be
on
cool.
It. Like have each season be a whole book.
Yeah.
Have like 10 episodes a season. And really just like dive in deep on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. That sounds kind of, I don't know. It's just it'd be like hard to remake them because like I feel like they're so like all encompassing. Like I think of the books and the movies, so like they're so intertwined. It'd be hard to picture another take. Like, would it really be necessary?
Such a good job how they like had all the same cast.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Pretty much all the same cast. Yeah. Except Richard Harris had to go and die on us. But it's really like their fault for casting such an elderly man.
Yeah.
Like what were they thinking?
I guess they just didn't think that they didn't know that it was going to be such like a freaking hit and they would like just have to make another one.
Yeah, I don't think not even all the books were out at that time, so they didn't know. Yeah, but like Richard Harris was old when they cast him. But yeah, I liked Richard Harris's performance though. He's like a very twinkly, like very like wise and like calm.
Yeah.
You know, like behind the eyes. Like he doesn't seem as powerful as Michael Gambon. Like he's not as forceful, but like he's kind of more like chill and like stoic and
yeah, I like that, like wise. Yeah,
like
that's a good way of describing him.
Yeah, like there's like this like fierce like fiery intelligence like in his eyes, that like this like little flicker, and I feel like he's more like the Dumbledore described in the books. But yeah, I can't really see Richard Harris like busting out into an action scene, like unless they did some like CGI like body replacement. Like he takes his robes off and he's actually like ripped. He's got like a 6-pack.
Oh my god,
That would
that'd
be cool.
crazy.
And he starts like doing like Jedi shit, like Jedi moves. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like the Harry Potter franchise is just kind of like adrift. I don't think the new movie did well. If I had to guess, probably failed at the box office. Probably didn't do very well.
Yeah, sucks.
But I don't know. Like that could also because of COVID. Yeah, they need like another like. I think they just need to go back to like the kid angle. Like I don't know. Like, do we really want to see like grown adults being wizards? Like, is that as exciting as like another like kid at Hogwarts? I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. I just.
How do you if you were like the executive producer at Warner Brothers and they're like, Alyssa, you're a high-powered businesswoman. Like, what's your call? Like, what do we do with the Harry Potter series? Like, what would you do?
I have like no clue.
Just
hire it's just
like
so good,
some
like
actors.
how it is. Like it's almost just like I'd be like, just don't fuck with it.
Well, then that's how you get fired, babe. You got to fuck with it to keep your job.
All right, I'll fuck with it.
Yeah, fuck with it. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Yeah, just hire Eddie Redmayne. You're set. You're good to go.
I was thinking, this is like random, but maybe you like the eggs so much because of this like new salt that I bought.
Oh, the real salt?
Yeah, it's like this brand called like Redmond's Real Salt. It's like it's like all natural, like mineral salt.
Right.
They like mine it in like Redmond, Utah or something like that.
Yeah, that could be it.
Do you think the salt is different or does it just taste like salt?
I feel like I didn't really notice the salt. It was more just like the texture of the eggs is really well done.
Yeah, I think it's just
They're,
like
fluffy.
cooking them really slowly.
Yeah, they're really nice.
Like cooking them on low heat and just being patient. Because I was kind of bad at cooking eggs for a while, and I think it was because I was like put it on like kind of higher heat because I was like impatient or whatever.
Like what are Dumbledore's secrets? Like I feel like we already uncovered all of them in like the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah.
Like he may have accidentally killed his sister and covered it up. He was gay with Grindelwald. Like what else is there? What other secrets? I mean, I guess that's why we got to watch the movie and find out. Should we watch it?
Is it out? Like where is it?
Where is it? I think it's in theaters right now. Oh, it's directed by David Yates. Mr. Yates. Yeah, I'm excited about Mads Mikkelsen in the role of Grindelwald. I think that's a much better casting choice than Johnny Depp. Mads is awesome. And is he going to have like a gay love scene with Jude Law? Because that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, it's at Ronnie's right now. You could go see it with like someone. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's got a 6.6 on IMDb, 48 Rotten Tomatoes. Yikes.
I also will hear noises like our house settling or something and be freaked out that there's like footsteps happening upstairs while we're downstairs, and Luna is also upstairs.
Nah, she's good.
So, and then I need to check the baby monitor.
What's the box office performance of this thing? I feel like the Harry Potter fan base is just like yearning for more good stuff. But there's something not being delivered. Oh yeah, so what would you do? What would you do with the franchise?
I really have to think about it. I have no idea what I would like want to see, or like what would be like fulfilling or like emotionally satisfying for me.
There would have to be like another like good like mystery, because they're really like mystery novels. Like each one is like a little like crime caper.
Yeah.
Like they have to investigate it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they're little like detectives. So I don't know. I feel like I'd want to return to like maybe not like kids, but like older kids, like maybe like older teens, and they have to like, you know, maybe they're I don't want it to be a prequel. Like, I don't like the prequels trilogies. Like, that's why I'm not into the Fantastic Beasts. It's all stuff that happened before. It's like doing The Hobbit after the Lord of the Rings. It's like Lord of the Rings is the cool story, and then we get like the before bait for like 3 movies.
I guess, I don't know, like I was gonna say like the best thing I can think of is kind of making like a movie series about like James and Lily and stuff, and like Snape and like their time at Hogwarts, and kind of like the first Wizarding War or whatever.
Right.
But I don't know, yeah, like
I mean, that does sound interesting to see it more fleshed out, but we already know what's going to happen. Like, there's no excitement.
Yeah.
There's like an excitement of seeing it fleshed out, but like the conclusions are already drawn.
Yeah, you already like know what's gonna happen.
Gay Fantastic Beasts sequel is franchise's lowest box office opener. Fans really said Dumbledore can keep his secrets. Oh shit.
Whoa.
I love like reviews, like they always have like little quips like that. Dumbledore may have said gay rights, but a series of external factors contributed to the underwhelming performance of Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Yeah, I can imagine. 43 million? Ugh, yeah, that's low. Lowest grossing opening weekend for the entire Harry Potter franchise. Yeah, dude, it's fucking stalling out. Well, hopefully this video I make will kind of like gather some buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think people will dig it. It's gonna be funny. I think Harry Potter like shits his pants in the video. I was playing you some of the audio earlier. I haven't done any like good shit gags in a while. So I think that'll be nice to return to. Like, as I get older, my comedy, I think it gets less and less sophisticated. You know, I just find stuff like the stupider the joke, the better. I don't want to have to think about it too much. It's just like, oh, ha ha ha, he shit his pants, you know? That's pretty funny. But yeah, I guess I'll check out the new Harry Potter movie once it comes to VOD. Once it's on like HBO Max or whatever. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about how Target fucked me.
Oh yeah, this was so fucked.
Yeah, it was awful.
Yeah, it was really like bad.
Target, man.
Like Target management. That Target like has been slacking.
I know. Yeah, we went there the other day. After we had a good day. Yeah, we went to like the park first. Well, first we went to the post office because I had to mail off a little Lego to someone who purchased it on eBay, and then we went to the park and hung out at the park next to and then we went to...
You don't need to say like our exact like location.
It was just, I said it was next.
Like, I don't want people... You're gonna have to cut that out.
What?
I don't want people... I don't want to put on the internet just like announce like exactly where I'm taking my child.
Okay.
The park next to this like specific like historic like location or whatever.
Oh my... Okay. I suppose. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and bleep that out. But yeah, I think Target really dropped the ball this time, and I don't know if there's any coming back from it.
Yeah.
Because like I was saying, we were having a good day. We went to the park with our daughter. That was fun. We
went to the park. We went to the mall. Went to the Lego store.
Yeah, we went to the mall, and you know, like we said, we were hanging out with Luna there at the playpen area. Yeah. And then we got our Starbucks, and we were browsing the mall. When we went into the Lego store, and I purchased some new. These sets just dropped. They're like the new Jurassic World sets for the new movie.
Yeah, Luna got some cute Duplos.
Yeah, we bought her a big pack of Duplos, and yeah, it was great. Yeah. And they didn't have all the sets that I thought were going to drop. Apparently there's more coming on May 1st. So there's always like, the sets always trickle in. But I was like, you know, we're going to the Target anyway. Maybe there's some new sets there, right?
Yeah, we had to go grocery shopping. So we like, there's like a Costco and Target like right next to each other.
Right. So we go to the Target, and lo and behold, the new Buzz Lightyear sets.
Yes, he was so excited.
I was like, whoa, these are really here? These aren't even at the Lego store.
Yeah, sometimes we go to this Target Lego section and like he just finds like absolutely nothing and he's just like disappointed.
It's the same old stale crap they've had forever. Like I've already bought in everything I want to get and everything else just isn't appealing to me.
Yeah.
So I always check it out, but it's like nothing.
So this time there was like these sets that he was like really excited about and they were like new.
Yeah, it was like Buzz Lightyear's like spaceship. It was like $50 and it comes with a couple characters and it's like got a display stand and it's a sweet looking ship. This is from the new Pixar film that's coming out. And then there was like a Zurg like battle set. I think that was like a $30 set and it's got this like Zurg mech and some other characters and stuff. And it just looks sweet, you know. I just like the design aesthetic of the new Buzz sets, and I think it looks cool. I don't really know what I would use it for. Like, I feel like I could use it for something though. Like,
yeah,
you know, when the movie comes out, maybe I'll have an idea. Then I'll have the sets ready to go. You know, and so I was like, yeah, you know, yippee, you know, new sets. And I should have been thrown off because like. Yeah, there wasn't really like a price tag for them. They were just on the shelf, like next to other sets. It was so weird. Now that I think about it, like they didn't have their own spot.
They weren't there at the Lego store either. Like he was like,
at the Lego store.
Like yeah, Target has them first.
Why would Target have them? I mean, you know, it's plausible. Maybe they got their shipment early or whatever. But we go to the front and we're checking out, and whenever she scans we check everything else out. But whenever the cashier scans the Buzz Lightyear sets, a little like pop-up happens on the screen and it's like cannot be sold until the 27th like of this month or whatever, like so and so month. And she's like, oh, like it says I can't sell these yet. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, she
like
called over
my heart
her
dropped.
Like, manager or
she's
something.
Like, do you want me to call over the manager? I'm like, yeah.
And the manager was like, oh yeah, sorry, like we can't sell these, and they just took them, and she just took them away. I
just about I literally had like the vision in my head of like me grabbing the sets and just running for like the door. But you know, I got a family and stuff, and you know that would be a crime. And like I would throw money at them. Like I would like throw like I don't have any physical money on me. I don't know how I would do that. But I would come back and just like drop money off.
It's just like crazy. Like
just give me the sets.
It really comes back to just like Target's like poor management. Like this particular Target, like there's always like it's like Walmart. There's always
some sort of bait. Like how does that even happen? She's like, oh yeah, like somebody must have put these out on the shelf early.
I don't even think she like
by
gave
accident.
Like an explanation. She was just like, oh sorry, like we can't sell these, and
she
said
something
away.
Like yeah, like these were put up there accidentally. Like how does that happen? How do you accidentally load stock that isn't even supposed to be sold yet, like on the shelf? Doesn't everything in Target like have a place, like, and there's a tag associated with it?
It's literally like what
is going on?
Sometimes I'll be at this Target, and there's just like huge like boxes, like you know what I mean, like you know, like shipping boxes that like they just got in, like just like sitting in the middle of like aisles.
Yeah, that's
and
unfortunate.
It's kind of like getting in the way.
These were on the shelf, like someone put them.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying that it's like
the Lego section shelf.
Like management is like not very good. Like
I feel like there's some sort of scam going on. Like I feel like they were like the employees were like somehow involved in some sort of bait to like get the sets early or something, or like because like there's just no logical reason. I'm like struggling to like comprehend like why an employee would put sets that aren't even supposed to be sold yet onto the shelf when there's no place to put them.
I think that like it was just like, you know, some employee's job. They're just like, oh, just like, you know, put like Legos on the shelf.
Yeah, but you still have to put
like opened like a box, like a random box of Legos, and just like put them on, and like he didn't like realize that he wasn't like paying attention, and it said like.
But you still have to put things where they go with the corresponding price tag.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
like,
you do.
have you? Well, yeah, you should, but like, have you seen like their other things?
I mean, this isn't Walmart. It's not that bad. I feel like it's usually the boxes are like where they should be.
I've seen things that are like, especially the toy section is kind of just like really haphazard and like crazy, I feel like. Because I guess like, I don't know, they just like don't think that they have to manage that well, or like most people don't go to Target like for toys, I guess. I don't know. But like
I almost threw a fit. Like I'm like literally a 6'2", 27-year-old man.
Yeah.
And I like was about to like
it was
throw
really
a fit
sad.
over my like Lego that I didn't get to have.
Yeah.
Pretty pathetic. But I restrained myself, and I acted appropriately in the situation.
Yeah,
and for,
he was
and
just
for
like,
that, I'm proud of myself.
okay.
Yeah. I think I just
He
said okay.
said like okay like twice. like they
Yeah.
were like,
I mean, what can you do?
they were like, oh,
I almost
I'm
went
sorry.
full Karen though. I in my mind's eye, like I could see myself going full Karen, but like obviously that would like it wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
And like yeah, it's like them's the rules. You know, like what am I gonna do? Like convince her to like give me the Lego? Like no.
No, it's like she doesn't have
The computer
control.
doesn't even is locked. It's like locking her out. Like she can't even check them out. Like
Yeah.
the computer system is like working against us.
No, yeah.
Like even if I was able to be like, yeah, like you know, slip her like an extra 20 on the side, like a little bribe.
Like that wouldn't even work.
It wouldn't even work because the
Yeah.
computer couldn't even check it out. So, you know, we're all slaves to the Skynet. You know, they really have a mastery over us all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're on their schedule.